great for rising. You know, the 4th of July is right around the corner. So I decided to run a rerun of what I did about a flag a while back. I'm going to add some more commentary to it, so I want you to take a listen to this about the American flag.
You know, there have been some issues going on with the flag, and you know, that has been a continuing issue and stuff. I was doing some research, and I got back as far as like, I think 1906 or something like that. So there's always been some controversy with the flag. But what I'm going to talk about first is, there was an article, and I put some links in. I actually did this time put some links in, but it's called The Soiling of Old Glory. The soiling of Old Glory. And this happened back in 1976. Okay, 1976. It says 4576. And what happened is, a white man attacked a black man with a flag. And this happened in Boston. And the backstory is, they were doing forced busing in Boston. They were busing in people into the Boston neighborhood, because you know, when they did the forced busing and stuff, I don't think they ever bust anybody into black neighborhoods. I think it was always busing black people into white neighborhoods before, as I know. If you know differently, let me know that. But anyway, they were busing in black people, and there was this racial unrest, you know, and this attorney, so his name was Ted Landmark. He was an attorney, and the way the story reads and stuff is, he didn't even realize there was the unrest going on and stuff. It just where a group of white people were protesting and stuff. So he said, according to the article, he said he had a hard time finding a parking spot. So he found a parking spot, and he parked. He came around the corner, and when he came around the corner, he kind of walked into the white people rioting. And this is his account. He said, the first person to attack me hit me from behind. So somebody hit him from behind. I mean, I'm not surprised that a crowd of them, they still got the bushwhacking. But he said, the first person to attack me hit me from behind, which knocked my glasses off and ended up breaking my nose. So they hit him so hard from behind and knocked his glasses off and broke his nose. You know, that was some kind of punch, wasn't it? And it said, the flag being swung at me came at me just moments after that and missed my face by inches. So somebody hit him from behind, knocked his glass off and broke his nose. And this guy named Joseph Rakes tried to hit him in the face with that flag, because it said it missed my face by inches. So if you're swinging at somebody's legs, you don't miss a face. He was going for the head. And so this is my thing. When they talk about the flag and saluting the flag, and they have all these issues with Colin Kaepernick and others not saluting the flag. Is that the flag they're supposed to be saluted? And the image looks like he's trying to ram him
Look at
through.
the body language. All you body language experts, look at the body language. This guy is going to hit him, ram him through with all his might. Look at the way his feet are positioned, the way they're posed. Look at that. This guy means business. Look at the determined look on his face.
You know, had the flag pointed at him, aimed toward him like he was going to run him through. And then, and also in that picture, there's this guy named Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly actually has him from behind, like he's holding him so the flag can be rammed in it. But now, I didn't read in the article where he said that's what happened, so I don't know. But what has been said is that this guy, although he was there, you know, protesting, he didn't want busing either. That he was trying to save. He was trying to save Attorney Landmark from actually being stabbed with the flag. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't hear Mr. Landmark say that in the article that I read. So there's a possibility that could have happened, and that's the possibility that Mr. Kelly could have been holding him to give Joseph Rakes a better shot at him. I don't know. And also, if you look at history and stuff, I put some links in there. During the civil rights movement, when the little children had the little flags and black people had the flags and stuff, those flags were actually snatched out of those little children's hands. And you can see in one picture where this one little black boy, he was determined to hold on to his flag. He was just holding on. And this big burly white man towering over this little bitty black boy. Get the picture. Big burly white man, little bitty white boy, black boy. He was trying to pull the flag out of the boy's hand, and the boy was holding on to. Of course, eventually, because of his size and everything, he was able to take the flag from the little boy. So
This is Anthony Quinn, little black boy with this flag, the one I just talked about. And you see how that big old white man towering over him and a group of white men around. Now, you got to be around a little boy like that, white man. But you look at that. And interestingly enough, you see where Anthony has this sign that says, "No more police brutality." He's being brutalized by police while he's protesting police brutality. And I'm sure people were saying back then, like they're saying now, ain't no such thing as police brutality. The white policeman snatched the flag away, as I said, from Anthony Quinn, after the white police, had snatched away "No more police brutality" sign. They took the sign away from him. They're saying "No more police brutality," and then proceeded to brutalize little Anthony Quinn. Hats off to you, Anthony. Salute.
they weren't even allowed to touch a flag. So now they're upset because somebody doesn't want to salute the flag. I honestly don't know. And I got my no judgment zone. This is a no judgment zone. I would like to talk to white people to help me to understand that. Are you honestly saying that you don't understand the problem some black people have with the flag? If you're saying it, why can't you understand that? A flag that you couldn't even touch. A flag that was above you. You was considered to be beneath the flag. But now all of a sudden you're supposed to stand and salute it. And you don't understand why some people have a problem with that flag. Some white people. I'm trying to get a dialogue. This is a no judgment zone. I'm not saying it's being judgmental. I honestly want to know. Like, when was it decided that it was okay for a black person to touch the flag? Why was it decided? Who decided that? What events took place to make you decide that this was okay? I'm trying to create a dialogue. No judgment. No judgment. I'm not here to judge you for your beliefs or I'm trying to understand, because see, I think that if we could have a dialogue, maybe some things will be cleared up, not just for me, but cleared up on both sides of the fence. On the black side and the white side. If we could just get a dialogue. But see, when you just sit back and call names, oh, they're just racist, they this and they that, you don't really solve anything. Because see, it's easy to hurl racial slurs. That's easy. Because see, then you don't have to be accountable. I can just call you a racist, but I don't tell you why I think you're a racist. What is it you're doing that make me see you as a racist? Maybe you honestly don't see it as racist. So this guy wrote an article, I think he said it was deconstructing, and he was saying that that Joseph Rakes was not trying to stab Attorney Landmark with the flag and everything, because if you look at the picture, his feet wasn't moving. It's a still picture. Feet don't move in a still picture. Nobody was moving in that picture. It was a still picture. And Attorney Landmark himself said that the flag was swung at him and missed. But according to the article, and I put a link in, according to the article, he was just, the guy was just twirling the flag, just twirling the flag, I guess, like you twirl a baton or whatever. So is that trying to revive history? Is that an effort to change history? I hear about how I'm so proud of America. So if you're so proud of America, why do you get upset when people talk about America? Why do you try to revise America? Like Connie, what was the last name? Where the brother called out at the meeting. because she was shopping while they were talking about racial issues. She was actually on TV talking about with Robert E. Lee that he inherited those slaves and stuff, and he had to figure out how he could free them. See how she's trying to revise history? He didn't own slaves. He just inherited those slaves, and he said about trying to free those slaves. That's not what history says. That's not even what white history says. So, if you're so proud of America, why are you trying to revise America? Why do you get upset if somebody speaks up? And here again, no judgment. I want to know. No judgment. Can you make that sign out? Is the light too bright on it? This is a no judgment zone here. I'm just trying to get a dialogue. I think we'll be better off as a country if we could start a dialogue. And the question I want to take from this dialogue is this: can you really not understand why there are some black people who have a problem with the flag? Some don't, some do. Some feel like you should salute it. Some feel like you shouldn't. Just like some black folks don't have a problem with the 4th of July, some people do. Frederick Douglass said, what does the 4th of July have to do with me? And a lot of other black folks feel that way. It wasn't our freedom. It wasn't for our freedom. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth. Those are some things I want you to keep in mind. No judgment zone. Talk black to me. Let me know what you feel. Let me know how we can move forward. Let me know how we can create a great dialogue where we can actually talk. No judgment. No judgment.
Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm Lily Bayer. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. Lily Bayer. Be encouraged.